Hey everyone, we're back again, and today we'll be doing the same thing we did for the last one of these voiceover videos, and that's going over the track limits. But this time around, we're not doing around Bathurst, but we're doing around Deep Forest. Now, Deep Forest, I'd say there's a lot more places to cut the track or get a penalty than Bathurst. And I think I did put it in the comment section of that Bathurst video that I did miss one. Yeah, if you're dying to see that, it's in the comments. So this one's gonna be a little bit longer because of that, so let's get straight into it. So for this first corner, it's a theme of going past the curb. So 2 tires on the curb, 2 tires off the curb. You cannot go 3 wheels off the curb or 4 or else you get a penalty. You see that this is very common throughout the rest of this track, as you'll see in a ride in a bit. Now, heading over to how you do this right, it's really about just not overshooting the corner. Don't get straight on the power immediately. And if you do get on the power too early, just release the throttle before you go wide, because this is quite a stupid way to get a half-second penalty if you're really not careful. Now, onto the S's. This is the most abusable part of the circuit. So the first one is obviously cutting the right over the grass. And again, when going on the left, probably not staying on the curbs and going over those weird rumble strips a little bit too much. And then you're a little bit fine for a little bit. And then you'll get to the final bit of the S's. And it's just going over 3 wheels onto this green AstroTurf on the left past the line. Once again, with the first 2 of these penalties, it's all about the curbs. You've got to keep 2 wheels on the curbs at all times. And for the last one, it's all about tires over your white line. And once again, I'm going to show you how to do it right now. Once again, here we are. You can see I'm really just hammering the curbs and keeping 2 wheels on each one of these curbs to really kind of straight line this part of the track. And it's quite important because I'd say this is the bit where you can really make up the most time. You can really abuse the track limits. And once again, on exit here, I'm keeping 2 wheels on the right side of the white line, so no penalty. Now for a couple of close-ups here. On this right one, I'm really on the limit, but on this bit on the concrete, I feel like I would have cut a little bit more. I don't know, we got away with it. And once again, the one with the line, it's pretty easy to avoid. Just like at the beginning of the S's, this penalty, you get this from kind of just trying to straight line this part of the track. And it's just like the S's where you gotta keep 2 tires on the curbs and 2 tires on the road at all times. As you can see here, my 3rd tire is just off the track, and honestly, you don't really want to go that too close to the wall here, because just as you saw in the last clip, I did hit the wall while trying to do this. I swear it's harder trying to do these little mistakes on purpose than just doing them accidentally. Not gonna lie, I don't really know where the clip of me doing this right is, so I'm just gonna show the close-up, and once again, it feels like I'm telling the same story here. Two tires on the curbs, 2 tires on the road. And obviously you don't really want to try and cut it any more than it is here, because once again, just like the previous clip, you'll probably hit the wall. Now there's actually 2 penalties that you can get from this back straight corner, and the first one's a little bit more easy to explain, and it's quite a common penalty that you've seen I've explained throughout this video, and that's going more than 2 tires off of the exit curbs onto the back straight. As you can see, once again in the close-up, I've got my front left tire just off of the red and white curbs, so I incur a penalty. And before I show you how to do this corner right, I'm going to show the other way of getting a penalty at this corner first. Now, for the second way of getting this penalty, it's a bit of a weird one, and it relies on the white lines. So it's basically going past the white lines, 3 tires off the track, past the white lines before the curb. Now, even if you maintain 2 tires on the curbs after this, if you had those 3 tires off the white line before the curbs, you get a penalty. It's a really weird one to explain, but for me personally, this is the penalty that I get more often than the curb penalty. Now, here we are with taking the corner right, and really the main issue, the crux of the issue of getting this corner wrong is really just getting on the power way too early, or earlier than you need to. Because in our minds, we want to get through this corner as fast as possible. We want to get on the accelerator as early as possible because this is I'd say the longest straight on the track. Maybe it's second, I don't know. But yeah, it's the reason why we overshoot this corner and get penalties. As much as you really want to try and get the speed down, it's honestly better if you just have to do a quick lift on exit. It's better than receiving a penalty on a straight. Once again, this hairpin penalty is quite the same as pretty much on every other penalty on this track, and it's once again going more than 2 wheels off of the curb and onto the green paint. I really stuffed up this corner, so leave me alone, don't bully me. I feel like once again the problems with this corner or people getting it wrong is just like the corner going to the back straight. People want to really just get on the power very early to really utilize this massive straight, and more that I really look at it, the pit straight, or the pit straight is probably the longer one, and it's the one that goes into the more feasible overtaking corner, I guess. Well, here we go again. One last time. Don't go over the curbs, 3 wheels off the curbs. It's quite simple, just like pretty much the rest of this track. And well, that's it. We're at the end of this Deep Forest Raceway track limit penalty guide. I hope you at least learned something, or maybe you'll be able to avoid, or well, now you know where the penalties are, you can now avoid those pesky and annoying penalties, or do what I do and learn how to abuse them for time. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in another video, I guess.